KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global. That was a bit interesting, isn't it? He was right going into that, wasn't he? He was trying to lead you a certain way as well, Frotch, about Andre Ward.
But Andre Ward's brilliant.
Yeah.
I think technically, no, he's not going to be the guy that you're
people said about Mayweather as well, right, the most
you
exciting
don't
to watch. But
a Ward fight or a Mayweather fight for blood and guts. You don't watch to see master the craft work what they do. I think they're brilliant. He's right. It's not box office entertainment wise, but for people like me I like the fights, but then I like the boxing as well. So I watch Ward and I watch what he does, and I think he's brilliant.
Who's more likely to come out of retirement out of Frotch and Ward?
I did think Ward would come back, but now I'm kind of thinking he looks settled, retired, and I think he's enjoying his TV work, and I don't think he's going to come back either. And I don't think he's got anything left to prove. So yeah, I don't think Ward's going to come back. Do I think Frotch will come back?
He's done it, hasn't he?
He's done it. He ain't going to come back. I think he's just playing with people. But listen, a lot of things happen in boxing when it starts off as a bit of a joke, you know.
That's so true. That's so true.
It seems to snowball, especially with social media.
And he starts thinking.
Once he starts thinking numbers, fuck it, I'll come back for one more fight. You never know. And he's in shape. He's about 13 stone and he's solid, so he's in shape. You never know. But do you know one thing you never mentioned there is when you start sparring and start getting hit, and your body. I didn't realise he was as old as what he is. At 40 years old, your body takes longer to recover. So to do that in camps, once you hit about 32, 35, your body starts breaking down. You have more and more injuries and stuff like that. So he ain't gonna come back.
So Belly, you better hurry up then.
Belly's not gonna.
I'm only joking. One more. Jacobs, Canelo, Jacobs. Don't know why. I'm getting the feeling of I do know why, and everyone will probably share the same sentiment, but a controversial finish tomorrow night seems like it's like a common thing. Everyone's thinking that there is going to be. Listen, what way we don't know, and blah blah, but something controversial.
Well, there's more
normally
chance
happens
of
in these types of fights. Yeah,
there's more chance of a controversial decision going one way and not the other. You know, the way that I see this fight, the Danny Jacobs. I was here when Danny Jacobs boxed Golovkin. And that Danny Jacobs, I think, has got a great shout.
Yeah.
I think he's got a great shout in this fight. But since that Golovkin fight, I haven't seen that Danny Jacobs. Now, whether that's because he's not been fully motivated and he can't, his juice is going an underdog, maybe he's one of those kind of fighters that needs to be the underdog, a massive underdog to go in there and perform. But if he isn't that Danny Jacobs or better, then I don't think he's going to win, because I think Canelo's getting better and better and better. The experience, just the way it carries himself.
54 fights,
yeah, man.
28 years old.
And do you know what? I think he's getting better. So I think Canelo beats him. And I think Canelo could stop him. But if it is the Danny Jacobs of the Golovkin fight and the best Danny Jacobs that there has been, then do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if he wins. I think
Hearn is convinced that Jacobs is going to beat him.
He's going to beat because he's his man.
No, but
at his best, I think it's a 50-50 fight. And I really do think it's a great fight. But then when you come to it, is when we're talking, if it's a 50-50 fight and it's a close fight, and if it becomes down to the judges, I think then Jacobs is up against it. So I think he has to win it clearly to win on points. But he can pop. You never know in boxing. I don't know. Canelo's a favourite, but Jacobs a live underdog, I think.
2-3 days ago, Andy Ruiz Jr. Confirmed as Anthony Joshua's opponent for June the 1st. Your thoughts?
Do you know what? It's one of those where you look at the picture. I saw the picture of Andy Ruiz on a set of scales on social media, and you just look at him and you just if you've never watched him box,
that's the problem, isn't it?
You would look at him and just burst out laughing and say, "Get the fuck out of here!" Right? Because he's looked awful. He looks horrendous. I thought Big Bear Miller's just a fucking big lump, right? But he's got some sort of athleticism about him. To look at Ruiz, he looks fucking shocking. there's a lot of obesity is a massive problem over in America, and he looks like one of those guys that are just walking down the strip and he's just pulled in to get down to his undercrackers and just get on the scales. But
there is a but.
Yeah, he can actually fight. He can fight. And do you see the fight when he fought Joseph Parker?
Yeah.
Mate,
I know. That was close. That was very, very close.
He can
that fight.
And do you know what? It's one of those things where Andy Ruiz Jr. he's going to think, I'm never going to get this opportunity again.
No.
This is my chance, and he's going to come and he's going to bring it. He will let his hands go. He's got fast hands. He's a good boxer. He's a live opponent.
After Luis Ortiz, I think we'll all agree that Luis Ortiz.
My problem with Luis Ortiz was right. You're getting rid of one cheating scumbag, right? That's failed a few tests. Right, to bring another cheating scumbag that's failed a couple of 3 tests. I think he's failed himself. Ortiz,
definitely
right?
2,
definitely
but possibly
2. I think
3.
There's a shade about 3. So he's not just a one fail man. He's failed repeatedly. So that again fits him in the cheating scumbag category. So you can't replace one cheating scumbag for another cheating scumbag. You can't, and that's the thing.
All right. When I say but, I mean the first choice on the list for Joshua.
Yeah, because Ortiz is seen as the biggest threat.
Of course, and it was serious because two offers were put out there.
So then, what you're saying then is Ortiz gets offered, he's shouting and crying about people not wanting to fight him, right? He's 143 years old, right? And here's his opportunity to go straight back in at the top against somebody he believes is going to go out and chin, and he turns it down.
Why wouldn't he take it?
He turns down that kind of money. Well, there's form and there's history there, isn't there? And if he's got, 5-6 weeks to train for a heavyweight title shot, which he's not going to get in the near future, then why? Why wouldn't you do it? And you're getting older and older, and he'll be 146.
Do you know what? Frutch was talking about this yesterday as well, and a few people have talked about it, but they're not. Obviously, you're not coming out and saying he's on this or he's on that, but there is suggestion from people.
So what did he get offered?
7 million. The second offer was 7 million.
Have you heard what his highest pay so far is?
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not being funny. No brainer whatsoever. Listen, I'm not joking. I'm 5'4" and I'm fucking 10 stone. I'll be tempted to get him for 7 million. Take one shot. There you go.
I see what people are saying, and because of the history, then it kind of points fingers. But I suppose,
it points fingers.
But we don't know. We don't know that that's the case.
We don't know. But do you know if you've failed numerous tests, right, and you've been that kind of guy, right, when you put yourself into a position there where this is what you're in the game for. He's an old man. He's still only boxing because he wants to fight for a heavyweight title. He believes he can win an heavyweight title, right? That's your opportunity. You're getting paid unbelievable amounts of money in comparison to what your highest pay so far is when you did fight for a world title in the past, right? Well, where's the reasoning to say no? Why would you say no? It's not like
Al Heyman though. Al Heyman not wanting to.
But why? Is Al Heyman going to pay him that kind of money for his next fight?
Well, he should be asking for it. To be fair,
he should be asking for it. But is he going to get it?
Yeah.
No. And so I heard a rumour that it's lined up that he might fight Wilder in September.
Well, Wilder's mentally lined up to fight Ortiz and Kawanaki.
Right. So let's just say you might be fighting Wilder, but you got beat by Wilder already, right? And you got paid shit to fight Wilder already. So there's a man here that you think that you can beat. There's a man here that you think you go out there and knock out, and he's all hype and all that bullshit, right? So you've got the opportunity now to prepare now for 5-6 weeks, 6 weeks I think it was. Why wouldn't you take that? And you're getting paid 7 million, mate. Unless you think, oh, hang on a minute, check with my team. Am I clear? No, maybe not.
But it is Andy Ruiz, and I think after Ortiz,
it is a good fight. And
after
I'll get
Ortiz,
I
think Andy Ruiz was the most. I mean, look, who was it? Trevor Bryan, Manuel Charr.
Yeah, no.
Pulev and Kawanaki were ruled out from almost a couple of days after this happened.
So if other people are saying no or not available, hey mate, are you?
Whoa! Chill out.
Good to see you, pal.
Eric?
Good to see you.
No, so where was talking? I think Ruiz is a good fight because if everybody else is saying no, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do?
I don't mind. Listen,
I'm
like you.
The problem. So listen. Let me just say, if AJ wasn't looking like he was sculpted out of marble, right, and this big massive giant, right, then it wouldn't look. I know it would look bad because Ruiz looks terrible. He looks unbelievably terrible, but it wouldn't look as massively bad as what you know when them two step in the ring, and you just look. Camera pans to Ruiz Jr. Camera pans to AJ. You're just gonna think. People that haven't seen Ruiz just think, oh my god.
From that point, I get it. I just think, from just a boxing standpoint, I think anyone who's watched Andy Ruiz fight,
it's a fight.
Do you know, like, I've got a bit of stick with people going, because I said to him, look, he'll definitely come to fight. Many opponents don't share that sentiment. They'll look at the money and think, well, if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. Go in there and get the money.
Yeah.
But when I say come to fight, that is a thing, because a lot of look at I know it's a different kind of thing, but look at Chisora's fight the other day with Gashi. I know it's on a different kind of stage, but
same sort of thing. He didn't come fight. He got in the ring and just thought fuck that, and just went for a dance and went for a run. Hey mate, right?
Hello, Paul.
He just went for a runner. You won't get that with Ruiz because of who he is, because of what his tradition is, and everything.
Could be the first Mexican ever
there's history
world
from
champion heavyweight.
So he's going to go in there and he'll give everything. And you know what? You know, in fights like this, do you remember when Holyfield fought Burt Cooper?
Yeah.
He looked at Holyfield, sculpted, looked amazing. And he looked at Burt Cooper, just this short, fat geezer in the corner, who was a club fighter, right? And then he went in there and he nearly caused upset. I think it was round 3. He had Holyfield all over the place. You know, this is the thing in boxing, especially in heavyweight boxing. Yeah. You just don't know. No. You know, and if you know, AJ always seems as though he's the ultimate professional and his mind is set up great. But there is that thing where he's been dicked around. There's been lots of talk about this, that, and other. And if his mind's distracted one slight bit, or he just subconsciously doesn't take it as seriously as what he would have done, you don't know. But
I mean, look at your friend who refers to him, your friend who referred to him as the fat kid from Liverpool.
Who's that?
Who's the fat kid from Liverpool?
Fat kid from Liverpool?
Yeah, the fat kid from Liverpool.
Mate, since you've lost that weight and you've got yourself in shape, look at
he
you dishing out calling everybody fat kid from Liverpool.
He refers to him as the fat kid from Liverpool.
Fat Scouser, yeah.
The fat Scouser from Liverpool, right?
Yeah, you to look
but
at
what I'm saying is,
bodies don't make fights. We've always said that. Bodies don't make fights. It's just that Ruiz just looks even worse. That's not a guy that don't care about, you know, how he looks. That's a guy that just loves his food better than he loves anything, really.
All right, okay, Dave Coldwell, thank you very much for your time, and enjoy your weekend here in Las Vegas, and we'll catch up soon.
Cheers, mate. Nice one.